Emily's Quest by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Chapter 1. No more cambric tea, had Emily Birdstar written in her diary when she came home to New Moon from Shrewsbury with high school days behind her and immortality before her. Which was a symbol. When Aunt Elizabeth Murray permitted Emily to drink real tea, as a matter of course and not as an occasional concession, she thereby tacitly consented to let Emily grow up. Emily had been considered grown up by other people for some time, especially by cousin Andrew Murray and friend Perry Miller, each of whom had asked her to marry him and been disdainfully refused for his pains. When Aunt Elizabeth found this out, she knew it was no use to go on making Emily drink cambric tea. Though even then, Emily had no real hope that she would ever be permitted to wear silk stockings. A silk petticoat might be tolerated, being a hidden thing, in spite of its seductive rustle, but silk stockings were immoral. So Emily, of whom it was whispered somewhat mysteriously by people who knew her to people who didn't know her, "She writes," was accepted as one of the ladies of New Moon, where nothing had ever changed since her coming there 7 years before, and where the carved ornament on the sideboard still cast the same queer shadow of an Ethiopian silhouette on exactly the same place on the wall where she had noticed it delightedly on her first evening there. An old house that had lived its life long ago, and so was very quiet and wise and a little mysterious. Also a little austere, but very kind. Some of the Blairwater and Shrewsbury people thought it was a dull place in outlook for a young girl, and said she had been very foolish to refuse Miss Royal's offer of a position on a magazine in New York. Throwing away such a good chance to make something of herself. But Emily, who had very clear-cut ideas of what she was going to make of herself, did not think life would be dull at New Moon, or that she had lost her chance of Alpine climbing because she had elected to stay there. She belonged by right divine to the ancient and noble order of storytellers. Born thousands of years earlier, she would have sat in the circle around the fires of the tribe and enchanted her listeners. Born in the foremost files of time, she must reach her audience through many artificial mediums. But the materials of story weaving are the same in all ages and all places. Births, deaths, marriages, scandals, these are the only really interesting things in the world. So she settled down very determinedly and happily to her pursuit of fame.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?